Daalụkwa ndị mụ na-ege ntị. Ekene m onye ukwu kene onye nta. Wesị ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ. Asị m mmiri ata na mazụ anwụ na nke onye chiri onye azụ elu. Onye unu na n'onye n'ụbọchị nke taata bụ MAP eziokwu bụ ndụ 1 in Biafra land. And asị m ya ma alụ gị mma ebe ọbụla ị nọ na-ege ntị. Kinsley ka ndewo. Onye kachi Okafọ ndewo. Eze m mgbe nnọ nkịtị ndewo. Chinonye Obiora ndewo. Ọlụ mgbe mgba ekene m gị. Kinsley ekene m gị. Omenwa Collins ndewo. Biafrans and lovers of freedom ekene m onye ọbụla ebe ọbụla nọ na-ege ntị n'ụbọchị nke tata. Onye nji maka ya wee bịa bụ Orji Ụzọ Kalụ, nwanne anyị nwoke Orji Ụzọ Kalụ. Ọ nwanne anyị nwoke ka ọ ma ọ masịrị anyị ma ọ masịrị anyị, ọ nwanne anyị ka ọ anyị ya na-akpị ya nwanne anyị. Onye godu nsị n'akwa ọ ka wụkwa nwanne anyị. Etele ụgba ya etele ose, ọ nwanne anyị ka ọ. Now the question chọrọ ịjụ Orji Ụzọ Kalụ bụ, have he learned his lesson? Ọ mụtaga akọ na uche n'ihe mpịawa azụ Fulani gọọmenti pịawara ya? Ị ga that very video ebe ọ na-ebe akwa, ọ na-eti mkpu na-ebe akwa alili. Ọ sị gị na ya nwee 3 factory na Lagos, nwee 2 factory na Ọta mba Ogun steeti, wee nwee 3 factory na Aba. Now the question chọrọ ịjụ Orji Ụzọ Kalụ bụ, how many factory kotedela nwe na Aba? How many factory kotedela nwe na Ebonyi? How many factory kotedela nwe na Anambra? How many factory kotedela nwe na any part of Biafran land? None. Onwere any factory na Biafra land. How many factory ka the richest man in Africa? How many factory ka o nwe na Aba? How many factory ka o nwe na Anambra? How many factory ka o nwe na the old eastern region? None. How many factory ka Mike Adenuga nwe na Biafra land. Now, in a timpu, according to you, Orji Kalu, you said you have made it before joining politics. Ikwu that ne kpatage ego na-esi isi no nwere anything ego nwere ike igote n'ụwa ị na-enwetebe before join ya politics. N'inwetechego ihe niile ego na-enwete. The question m chọrọ ịjụ gị na bụ ke the motive iji wee join ya politics? Ke the purpose iji wee join ya politics? What pushed you to join politics? What motivated you to join politics? Why did you join politics? Ke ihe iji maka wee banye politics? Other people na-ebe ha kpata ego gba ụdị akụ according to gị wee kpaga ego na-esi isi. Ibulugo nyekere pụtụ n'enu ego. Ibulugo esele enu ego n'ụga. Ihe kwechiri iji maka wee bazia into politics as nwa afọ Igbo Igbo is to go there and represent the interests of ndị Igbo. Ihe kwesịrị iji maka wee banye into politics bụ ka wee weluzia the akụnụba oke nke lulu ndị Igbo wee develop ala Igbo. Orji Kalu ichiri Abia State for complete good 8 years. Afọ asatọ chalacha uninterrupted. Afọ asatọ uninterrupted. You nwere ike ịgụpụta 2 to 3 things imegol to develop and to bring Abia State to the limelight. You nwere ike isi na now you made money that you are not going into the politics for your personal interest. Rather, let you bring the good name to your people. Imelie, obulu onye ugwu kpara ụdị ego ikpagolu wee na-abata politics. Ihe ọ ga-eji wee na-abata politics bụ the interest of his own people, interest of his own region, to make sure that in his own region I lack anything. Orji Kalu ibanye politics in order to represent the interests of ndị Igbo. Now, why na ikwuchitela olu ndị Igbo ọnụ ha? Why na ikwuchitela olu ndị Igbo ọnụ ha ka m jụọ gị Orji Kalu? Now, you join in politics after you have made it in life. You betray your own people. You will lose your own people bidding about politics. Kemeg Senate President. Kemeg Inka, Kemeg in Kozo. Each one charity begins at home. Your own people, Keyaga Badoku. Gano Law Panta. The factory build Runda Abana Law Pantabo. A factory. Eben di Fulani Nano. Alibo kwesịrị ịbụ ebe your headquarter kwesịrị ịnọ. The factory build ndị Aba, Abia State bụ Ruga and then abịa as factory. Ị na-ekwe ọbụla ihe lekwe gị na-ekwe. Ọ bụrụ na ịkpatago ego n'inwego ihe niile ụwa chọrọ. Why na iweho the interest of ndị Igbo ba politics? Iluo die, a malu no buhe go ki na-achọ. Iluo die, a malu that you don't need money. Ni need afa, ni need ike. No ndị Igbo ga-akwụnye elu gị na-arụ. No ndị Igbo ga-akwụ gị n'azụ mgbe ọ dakwasa gị. No ndị Igbo niile ga-asị mba na nke a bụ nke anyị. Ịkwa ka ndị Igbo niile nji wee na-ebe akwa na-eti mkpu maka Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Ọ bụlọkwa n'ego ka Maazị kpata. Ọ bụlọkwa n'ike ka Maazị tọgbọ. Maazị Nsef mụ na Maazị Chipia one-on-one unboxing ntienya gwogo mana Maazị Tata millions of ndị Igbo dị ready to die for Maazị Nnamdi Kanu to live. Orji Kalu, how many people dey ready for you to die for you to live? Just n'ibele akwa ndị Igbo ewoluzie ya cheba gị ọchị ndị gosi gị that you have failed your own people. Ojukwu is being celebrated today, even after his own death. Ojukwu is being regarded as the greatest man in Igbo land today, even after his death. Even Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kpọrọ my internal leader. Because Ojukwu kpara ego kpacha ego kpata ego m na ji ego nyanwa jide ọ gaa akwụkwọ ọ batalo into politics ịbịa jide ịbịa chọba his own pocket ọ bata politics for the interest of ndị Igbo kwechiri na ịma agbụ ndị Igbo n'anya mana gị nwasị na ịkpaga ego ka ịkpacha dị ego gị na abụghị idese na ego gị one side make wezie name make your own people fugodo gị n'anya ọjụzọ ka negodu your counterpart from the north anya negodu your counterpart from the west anya negodu your counterpart from the so-called south na-adịla na geopolitical zone anya ka ịfụ ka ha ji put the interest of their own first before any other thing. Or when any other people put to goal the self-interest before their people. In Ebakwa, meanwhile 5 factories in Lagos and Delta in Ogun State. Mani when Abia State will so too. In a factory in Anambra, in a factory in Ebonyi, in a factory in Imo, in a factory na Delta, in a factory na any part of the Biafra land. Yet you say the name Maife. Now, Ojuzo Kalu, Ngiwaji Akagi will see that need the military to come and kill your own people na Aba. Yoruba is not my problem. I will not talk about Yoruba. Let us channel our energy to Yoruba. Yoruba is never our problem. The people now manipulate Yoruba is the Fulani. So I don't see Yoruba as a problem. The people who as the problem of Ndibo is the Fulani and the Benin. Take me anywhere and I will defend it. Yoruba is never our problem. They are being used because Nandibo Dinzuzu. The reason Yoruba is doing what they are doing today is because the Igbos have not learned their lessons. We keep on fooling ourselves, thinking that we are wise. So that's why you don't see me talk about Yoruba this or Yoruba that. I can't talk about Yoruba this, Yoruba that. They are treating us, they are trying to let us know that there is a place where we come from and we must go back there and develop it. They are trying to pass a message to us. So if the Yoruba attitude, you don't like it, you go back and rebuild your place. That is my take. Every Niger Delta person, Buru president, that Niger Delta is our problem. We must know who is our problem and tackle it once and for all. Why he put the interest? That mind, the power, the might you gathered, you requested for military to come and kill your people. Why can't you use it now to show your opponent that you have something to offer? When your wife died, you buried your wife in America. Is that part of Igbo culture? Is that part of our own way of doing something? Because in any regard on Igbo land. Because our people, you don't care about them. What is the federal government presence that you have brought to Ndibo? In your presence, Alibo is being marginalized. You have never one day rising up to say no, this marginalization will stop. You are crying because you are denied to become the Senate president. You are not crying. You are not crying because P2B mandate was stolen by the people you are supporting. You are not crying because Igbo mandate was stolen. You are not crying because P2B was denied the election that he won. You are not crying because Mazen Namdekano have been discharged and acquitted and the Fulani continue to detain him. You are not crying because the Igbo properties in Lagos are about to be taken over. You are not crying because the people of old eastern region don't have any seaport. You are not crying because there is no functioning international airport in Biafra land. You are not crying because an Igbo man cannot board a flight from France and land to Anambra. You are not crying about those things. You are crying because they deny you to become the Senate president, which you know you can never be. They cannot allow you to be in a position where you can decide to impeach the president. You know. Now, what was your own role in making an Igbo man the president? Since you said that the country, Nigeria, is not fair on some people, what was your role when Peter Obi was contesting? Was your role? Why didn't you play the role that your people must provide a president because you are not the one contesting? Eh? You could have shown the reason that you're a politician. How many times have you raised alarm that the Southeast need so project? Nkechi, greetings from here. How many times have you, as a senator, you raised a motion that we must have seaport in the East and other people will rise up? How many times have you learned your lesson? In the next few months or years, can you stand by your people or you are going to cry? What lesson have you learned? Have you learned that you need to return your companies to the East? At least if you want to have any company in the Yoruba land, at least one is okay. You have to have a branch there. Dangote have thousands of trailers. The reason he have thousands of trailers is that he prefer to buy those trailers and employ people to be driving it so that his products will be available to the East, West, and South, to make his product available instead of bringing down his companies. Because you know that people that drive Dangote trailer are the Fulani houses. Maybe 0.3% of Indigo, which means they are not up to 29 Dangote trailer. Now, Dangote hates you to the extent that he cannot bring his own company to Alibo. Rather, he will spend billions of naira to buy trailer and employ his own people to drive it to bring the goods that you are going to consume. That the Dangote goods today, the 90% of people that are consuming Dangote products are the Igbos, the Biafrans. Yet, he did not see it any reason to bring any of his branch to the East. Rather, he preferred to transport it and create more job for his people. But you went to build all 5 factories in Oduduwa land. Then you want us to come and be crying, this country is not fair. God is an idiot. Now, have you learned your lesson? Can you start apologizing to Peter Obi, who is also a criminal like you? But at least he knows the meaning of going for Igbo presidency. Undermine that we know the role he's playing. Orji Kalu, after crying, what next? How can we solve these challenges that is facing Igbo politicians? Orji Kalu, what plan do you have for your fellow Igbo politicians? Orji Kalu, how do you intend to stop the marginalization of your fellow Igbo in terms of the Nigerian politics? Orji Kalu, how do you intend to build the Igbos to make sure that when it comes to the national level, they will have a say and they will have power? Orji Kalu, what plan have you put in a place to make sure that every Igbo man that is in a politician, whether you're APC, PDP, Labour Party, Party Labour, mushroom party, that all of you will be in one forum, in one mind, that all of you will now be having the interest of your people. Look at what Nwike and Akpabio with Emmanuel Odom did in this just concluded election. Nwike played the role of supporting Tinubu. Emmanuel Odom played the role of supporting Atiku. But you never see both of them fight. Emmanuel Odom and Akpabio come from the same place. But Akpabio tell Emmanuel Odom, let us hand our state to Atiku in case Atiku wins, so that our people, Ifeanyi Okowa, will become the vice president. Then we can say, okay, let us give River to Tinubu. If Tinubu win, let Akpabio or any part of the South give something to get something. But come to the east, Okezi Bazu was confused, and he was used by River State former governor Nyesom Nwike. Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi was confused, he was used by Nyesom Nwike. What is his name again? Devil Man, he was confused, he was used by Tinubu. Now, who are the people that are supposed to make things happen? What plan do you people have? You are crying. Orji, kalu, are you not aware that Yoruba is planning to make law to make sure that it will favor only the indigenes in terms of properties and the business in Lagos and the other part of the Yoruba land? And you know that this is a very dangerous move against your own people. What move have you made to stop it? Have you learned that you need to be fighting for your own people, your people first, before any political party? You said you spend millions, every penny that was used in forming PDP. What was your agreement with them before spending the money? What did your people agreed before spending the money? What? Before the campaign to APC, what offer did they make for you? What provision do you make for your people? What are your people's budget you made and you present before the rest? Orji, kalu, the same thing is about to will happen to Hope Uzodinma in the nearest future. Those of you who are deceiving and betraying your own people in order to get favor or to gain favor from the Fulani or the Yorubas. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his word, he said, and I quote, serve the zoo and come back in shame. Serve the zoo and come back in tears. Serve the zoo and come back in sorrow. Serve the zoo and come back in pain. His word have come to pass. Where is Rochas Okoro Hausa? Where is Rochas Okoro Ocha? Where is other people? What are your say in Nigerian National Assemblies? Now that Godswill Akpabio is the Senate President of Nigeria from the South, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from the Southwest. Shetima, whatever, is the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria from the North. The Speaker is from the West, the Yoruba. Have you rise up and say that this cannot happen under your watch, that your people, Igbo, must have their own share? Emefiele, the CBN governor, have been arrested. What are you doing to show that all of you bunch of criminals will now start protecting the image of and the interests of your own people? What lesson have you learned? How many Yoruba people have their investment in the Igbo land, in Biafra land? How many Northern people have their business, factories, companies, or whatever in Igbo land? None of them. The only Yoruba people you can see in Alibo today is Ndinanya Danfo driver, and those are selling small shops of cement. I don't I don't pity any of you until you learn your lessons. Before we will know, yes, you are serious. You need to start correcting it. I will not take much of your time. I will stop it here. But I want you to send this video to Ojo Kalu. Let him listen to the whole questions and let him tell us his own lesson. Now, happy so pianya gogo. I will leave you guys here. This evening, I will be coming on air to address a very important issue, which our brother Okulora is one of them I will address. And I will address our brother Ono Wibo and other of our social media influencers. I will address all of you in a way that you people and the other people planning to become content creators, every social media influencer, I will address you with fact and figures and tell you the truth so that you will not continue with your mistakes. Most especially our brother Okulora, who is doing marvelously well. I will tell him that, but let him be careful so that his goodness will not kill him. I don't have any grudges against him, but I will continue telling him where he got it wrong. Nobody can stop that. The same thing applicable to Ono Wibo and our other brothers. I will address it. I will not say anything until this evening. You will not see the reason why I said I will address them. Omoabu MAP Eziokubundu 1 in Biafra land. We fear nobody and we respect everybody. But if you think that our respect to you is act of cowardice, we will retrieve the respect and treat you as a trash. We respect every Igbo man, and Igbo people must know who they are and what they represent. Social media, what is happening on social media is a very disgrace. It's a disgrace to Igbo at large. God bless you all. God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must not pass any surgery inside DSS dungeon. We the Igbo people will reject it. We the Biafran people will reject it. Thank you and remain blessed. Until I come your way again. No retreat, no surrender. Kanje bidolu. No break him kampole ya. Nde wenu.